Berea, Ohio. Andrew Berry, the Cleveland Browns general manager, was questioned from several perspectives. However, they all started from the same place. The starting quarterback for the Browns, Deshaun Watson, has once again finished for the season. Or will Berry ever be the starting quarterback for the Browns again, as the questions asked of him at his yearly bi-week media availability on Wednesday attempted to answer? Yes, I would say that, from an organizational standpoint, we are concentrating on ensuring his recovery, Berry said. The truth is that there is considerable uncertainty around his return from any season-ending injury, so our priority is to ensure his health before deciding how to proceed. It usually takes at least 9 months to completely heal from an Achilles injury, like the one Watson had on October 20th against the Cincinnati Bengals and underwent surgery to repair on October 25th. It's still very, very early, so it would be irresponsible for me to speculate or kind of lay out a timeline, to be honest, Berry stated about a possible timeline. When asked explicitly whether he believed Watson might return to the Browns and play quarterback again, Berry said, "Yeah, I think that's always possible." Most of Berry's responses on the Browns' plans for Watson, the player the team has shackled itself to since making the disastrous 2022 deal to get him from the Houston Texans, had that general tone. Due to Watson's lack of significant, long-term success, the trade, which included 3 first-round draft selections and a fully guaranteed 5-year, $230 million contract, has quickly become one of the worst in league history. The franchise now has that contract and its wholly guaranteed nature as an albatross around its neck. Watson's cap hit will be about $73 million each for the next 2 seasons, followed by almost $27 million in the first year after the contract expires in 2027. Given the other roster-related concerns that Berry avoided, the Browns' 2-7 record at the bye just highlights all of the doubts over Watson's long-term viability. Additionally, the question of who was actually in charge of the trade remained: Berry, coach Kevin Stefanski, or owners Jimmy and Dee Haslam. "As we've always stated, we were all on board," Berry remarked. "Everyone was on board and, obviously, with a big commitment in that regard, that's always going to be the case." Watson's Achilles injury is the most recent obstacle that has prevented the Browns from getting anything like a complete season out of the quarterback. In 2022, they were suspended for 11 games for violating the personal conduct policy, which was linked to over 24 lawsuits alleging sexual assault and sexual misconduct during massage appointments. Last year, they missed 11 games due to shoulder injuries, including a broken glenoid that ended the season, and now they are out for the remainder of this season due to an Achilles tear. There are still 19 games remaining until the Browns can evaluate Watson as a quarterback. 19 games have ranged from outstanding efforts, like the second half of the team's Week 10 victory against the Baltimore Ravens last year, to most of the 7 games he played this season before the injury. "It is not ideal," Berry said. "Any player's availability is a major factor, but the NFL is also involved. Even if you won't always have all of your starters in every phase, it is still our responsibility to perform, and we haven't done so for at least the first 9 games of the season." Before the injury, Watson and the Browns' offense were among the worst in the league due to their respective issues. He had one of the worst offenses, and it has stayed there even after backup Jameis Winston's 334-yard performance a week after Watson's injury. His struggles included a 31st-ranked passer rating, 79.0, a 26th-ranked passing yards output, 1,148, and a 27th-ranked completion percentage, 63.4%. Winston's performance against the Ravens temporarily boosted the offense after he returned to earth a little in Sunday's 27-10 defeat to the Los Angeles Chargers with 3 interceptions. That further heightened the suspicions about why a change at the most crucial position on the field wasn't made sooner during the Browns' season-ending 5-game losing skid. When you're 2-7 entering the bye, you understand the fans' frustration, and we have not played consistently on offense, and it's shared ownership, Berry said. Shared ownership is the reality. We can and should play better, and as I mentioned earlier, we will make the necessary adjustments to perform better throughout the next 8 games. After that, we will undoubtedly make the necessary adjustments to ensure that we don't feel this way during the season's first 9 games.